we got ourselves a Ditto, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have the best of insight, but I'll help out where I can when it comes to just like situational awareness, which I think is gonna be the crux of a matchup like this, where you're both combo-oriented characters that have a very passive neutrals, so any one opening is going to be massive, and how far you can take that, or if whether or not it results in a stock or an offstage situation, is going to wins each game.
Yep. Normally, needles are really good at forcing an approach and just applying pressure by existing, but like they both have needles. I wonder how that plays out in neutral.
I mean, we'll have to see as they game one, both of them go right away to a much smaller stage. So this is gonna be
The stage Plat Drop City for Ranno's insane Nair Bear Plat Drops.
Ranno's Nair
And already from Jay we're seeing
World
some.
War II.
It does.
Alright, solid.
Ranno's Nair starts on frame 4, I believe, and is active for 27 frames.
Ridiculous. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
People think this character's bad. I don't understand. Oh, great parry though.
But as we were saying that, Jayson took the first stock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought Miisumi did, and then I looked at the stock count.
Yeah, Miisumi is the
It's-
pink,
yeah.
Jayson's the like purple and green. I like Miisumi's skin, by the way. It looks nice. I also like Jayson's. These are some nice colors.
Yeah, big fan of the custom colors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, I really like the attempt to punish that with the tongue. That's definitely optimal. Just messed up the timing a little bit. And some Sustia and F Smash, that'll do it.
Dash. I'm great dash attacks, by the way, guys. I'm torn on what is it, Ranno F Strong, because I feel like it's really good until it isn't. But
Ranno mains say that it's really, really bad, and I think they're right, because it's just weak, but it sends in an angle where, like, if you're playing versus someone who you think isn't going to DI it properly, or you just think that you're going to surprise them, it'll kill really early.
yeah, and I think the best thing about it is the reel back and then the push forward, so it hits very far and can make for a solid just raw whiff punish. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Ranno
really
just has
like
so many.
that,
Oh, really great fair.
That was a very nice edge guard from Jay, using short hop nair to catch Miisumi's attempt to land on the platform. Then I think intercepting with a super jump up to catch the high recovery attempt and closing that with a fair. Just very nice, smart flowchart advantage state.
Yeah, it was just like kind of super clean at the end, just going to platform to scare the high recovery, making sure to toss out needles at proper angles. Like, it was just like I know my character and I know where to punish his weaknesses.
Yeah.
See how much that continues, especially since Miisumi prior was having trouble. Gentlemen, Miisumi prior was having trouble with closing out her combos and closing out her advantage with minimal, and they would often find like minimal damage, not minimal damage. They'd often find suboptimal damage.
Yeah, I mean, right there, Miisumi tried to whiff punish Tongue with an F smash instead of, maybe a dash attack, maybe a nair. I think Miisumi will do a lot better if they just figure out what to do off of Ranno's combo starters. Although, right there, that was a decent string coming out. But then just fishing for the F smashes while you're at advantage instead of trying to extend advantage states. And we've got needles.
Respectable needles. A run-up oh, okay.
And yeah, again, F strong will just kill you if your DI isn't on point.
Yeah, I mean, look how far it hits, right? It goes over halfway of the crates. Like, that's a pretty decently ranged move for a character that doesn't usually have the best of disjoints. Yeah. Like, Ranno's moves are quick and last a long time, or both, but they're not usually disjointed.
Stuff. Yeah. Nice tongue. That was just good.
Good timing. Yeah. Wow. solid gameplay. Way to go.
Huh. I like the delayed recovery to read and then punish the F strong. Again, something we've been seeing a lot tonight is people going for strongs, just sort of charging them preemptively on edge guards. And, you know, you sort of have the right idea where in a lot of these situations, if they don't have resources, you can get a guaranteed strong in theory. But that's only if you actually react to the recovery routes and to the drift. If you start doing it preemptively and give them time to react to what strong you're charging and change their recovery or their drift accordingly, then you're going to get punished. Just a little bit more patience with the edge guarding will help, will go a long way.
And I'm definitely a huge fan of Jay's bubble combo routes.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, caught by yet another F strong, but his bubble routes have been super clutch in terms of getting him back into this game too. It's just a matter of can he get the bubble. Miisumi has been pretty good at finding the parries. Now in a spot like this, go off and hit them. Oh. Rip. Something you take though if you're Jay. You're not trying to let the opposing Ranno snowball, of which the character can do extremely well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I know we were talking about how that Strom like isn't an optimal punish, but the timing there to whiff punish that tongue was actually really nice, even if the punish itself wasn't great.
And
yeah,
Ranno can be a little bit annoying in the sense that dash attack does have a blind spot, so you do need to space yourself correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like Jay's ability to just sort of use Ranno's big, long-lasting hitboxes to cut off Miisumi's options and keep him in the corner. Although there, Miisumi's going to catch the landing with an up strong and take game 2.
Yeah, that super jump, like, I understand the idea of, like, you're trying to rush down Miisumi, who looked like they were going to land on the top platform, but a very quick fastfall on Miisumi's part gets them down. Gets them down in a position to anti-air. Good stuff. Ranno's up strong is pretty good at hitting everywhere. It's big. It's a big move. Big strong move.
Yeah.
Good out of 10. Head back to game 3, pivotal one for in a 1-1 spots. Frozen. You know what? I really like this stage. For characters that really do, or rather have to emphasize movement as a solid parry punish gets right on underway. This is a very, very strong stage for exactly that. Characters like Forceburn, for instance, Zetterburn in some matchups. Oof.
Yeah.
And characters like Ranno can definitely make use of the or Kane as well. Make use of the broader stage and this really wonderful platform layout. SDs aren't great, but they don't lose you the game either. It's taking his time a lot more.
Got some neutral. That was a really nice run off there to sort of catch the attempt to retreat.
And I really like how Jay's still taking his time even with an early SD. Like he's not letting an early SD mean, oh, I have to approach all the time now and this is gonna get ugly.
Absolutely.
Like he only took 46% over like a minute and a half. That's really disciplined play.
Yeah, that shows really good composure, really smart. Because I mean, it's very easy to SD and then be like, oh, I have to get a kill, and then it snowballs because you're playing worse. But Jay just keeping his composure, playing well. Miisumi though is racking up more of a lead.
And these F strongs again are like they're such big haymakers that, or maybe not haymakers, they're such big commitments that aren't necessarily finding a ton of reward. Though that roll in was incredibly well timed for the massive punish. Good parry as well, and that's yet again huge damage and something that Jay really needs in order to get back into it.
Again, committed a little bit too early on the strong attack to edge guard, although very nice setup and up smash there. Let's see if
On the wrong
Miisumi
way.
can... Looks like Miisumi might be able to get this stock off. Does he have the edge guard? Oh. I really like the Needle Storm to mix up the timing there, but Misumi's still getting a solid punish.
And he had full charge of needles as well to keep the pressure going.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, got double tongue.
See, you landed up air 1, which would have been a... Okay, that's going to do it, yeah. Up air 1 usually is a great time to lead into down tilt, but it's a move that we're seldom seeing across this entire set. Both Jay and Miisumi aren't really using down tilt all of that much, which is surprising given it's Ranno. Like, Ranno's down tilt's crazy. Not the biggest, but it sets up into so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game 4 and Jayson running it right back. You know, like, hey, if you're confident in your counter pick and you realize that, hey, I was playing a 2-stock game I was playing 2 stocks at 3 from the very start. Yeah, you could play into this.
Yeah, it's a respectable decision. I think if you win here too, that's a good mental advantage, right? Both in terms of giving yourself confidence, and another F strong is going to take that stock.
Take my in. I think this goes back to what you were saying prior, where it looks like both Miisumi and Jay are vectoring with their DI, which you don't need to do. You can just DI up and slightly in. And
just up on your stick. You will live that move until like 160.
Missing the platform to continue the bubble punish, which lets Jay recover. There was a down tilt, but missing the up strong rolls. Rolling. I mean, F strong, yeah, pretty good. It's not good, but it's working this situation. Couple nairs go. Nothing too ridiculously out of hand thus far. Just Jay constantly being able to properly anti-air out. Good use of up tilt, which is so not really seen thus far, or not really fully utilized as of yet in this set.
Yeah, Ranno's up tilt generally isn't a great anti-air because it doesn't have much disjoint, but the thing is, it's a huge hitbox, and Ranno himself doesn't have much disjoint, and especially doesn't have a good way to put a hitbox below him, so it seems like it's a really solid anti-air in the Ditto specifically.
On top of it, since it is so tall, you're able to pressure this middle platform extremely well. I really like that change-up instead of just dash attacking back and forth. It's like, alright, we'll parry here and have enough of this. Oh, 2 parries as well. And that can let Jay start to swim away with this. Pardon the pun.
Needle F strong, that was solid. And I like the bubble tongue recovery from Jay. It's a really good option.
Yeah, just a pretty excellent recovery mix-up for a character whose up special isn't the greatest in terms of raw distance. And the call-out on the parry. That's solid punish and a really solid game 4 going to Jayson. We get yet again. Hacking away these needles. Again, going just to a raw neutral. Like, don't try and overcomplicate things if you're Miisumi. Like, the best, while your damage output may not be the best, Miisumi has been doing great when it just comes to raw neutral. Just these 1 to 2 hit conversions and being able to reset. Like, that's all. That's all they need, and this feeds into their strengths.
Why does it say Jay has 3 in the upper right corner?
I just saw that too, and the only thing I can think of is maybe they did a button check before.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah, but these were the 5 games they sent me, so. I don't know, but Miisumi takes the first stock with, hey, guess what? Ranno F strong. Rolling. Rolling. Alright, maybe that's the other thing that has been permeating throughout this game. Both of these players roll a lot. Which isn't exactly terrible. I mean, Ranno's roll is pretty quick. Gets a decent amount of distance on it. But it's one of those habits that will get you blown up in in just one level above.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you're playing in RRC and like doing amateur bracket, you want to make sure that you're also playing against, you know, better players, maybe entering like an open tournament or competing in RAS. Something where you're not just exclusively playing against RRC amateur level players, because it'll be really easy to develop habits that, you know, this level of player isn't great at punishing. But then once you start doing better in pools because of that, and then you go to main, you get blown up because you have a really bad habit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Also, thank you, Morrison, for the raid. How was Sea of Thieves? And of course, I hope everyone enjoys the Rivals of Ether that we got going. Ranno Ditto, Game 5. And a last stock situation, even better. Another roll in. Okay, it's been working out though, especially with these overcommitments on the tongue.
Yeah, I wonder. The like dash attack, hit fall nair, and then just run away and shoot a needle. I'm curious like what the decision making process is there. Because in general, you want to be really comfortable with your, and that'll take it. Miisumi winning the Ditto.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
That's snacking to victory.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward way to win that, but hey, a W is a W, so.
Oh, absolutely. No disrespect to Miisumi. He was consistently winning neutral and getting good timings on his S smashes.
I mean, that's
even if the punish game is a little weak, like that just means you outplayed your opponent that many more times.
Very true. And it's fair to point out that that's why you go to a neutral stage like that. No direct win or loss either way, or advantage either way. You're just trying to outplay them in neutral. No better stage for that than Jules.